All right, welcome back. Today we have the second half of the 20 questions. We're doing 10 questions at a time right now. So this is the second half of the 20. So this is the second 10. Are you following along? All right, 10 questions today for the real estate exam in 2025. These are brand new questions, the second half of the 10, like we discussed. Subscribe to the channel if you want more questions, more real estate vocab. We will be doing a live stream of 150 questions, a practice exam. That's going to be a great resource for you guys. I will be putting a poll. What day works for you? If you missed the live stream, that's okay. You can always go back and watch it. Screenshot the questions, write them down, study with me. Let's get into them. All right, we're still on the real estate sales, national plus California financing. We are 11 out of 20 now. This is the second half of the 20, as previously discussed. So here we go. Question 11. Let me know in the comments down below if you just want all 20 in one video like we have been doing, or you like them separated 10 out of 10, a little more palatable. And question 11, net income can be defined as A, potential gross income, B, total of all income, C, effective gross income, D, income after expenses. Okay, so net income. Your net is after expenses. Your gross is everything. There we go. Correct. We got one. Question rationale. Net income is the gross income minus a figure for vacancy, collection, and expenses. So your taxes, your housing, I guess not even your house. I guess it's just mostly taxes, I guess. Question 12. RESPA requirements would not apply in which of the following situations? When the property mortgage is insured by FHA, when a property is purchased with a federally related mortgage loan, C, to a conventional loan that would not be sold on secondary mortgage markets, D, when the property mortgage is guaranteed by a VA. We just had this one. We know that RESPA is basically for FHA and VA and federally backed loans. If it's not sold on the secondary mortgage market, then RESPA requirements would not apply. I'm pretty confident on this one. We'll see how it goes. Check the answer. Correct. Question rationale. RESPA requirements apply. RESPA requirements apply when property is financed by a federally related mortgage loan. Federally related loans means loans made by banks, savings, and loan associations or other lenders whose deposits are insured by federal agencies. It also includes loans insured by FHA and guaranteed by the VA and loans administered by HUD. Further covered is any loan intended to be sold by lenders to Fannie Mae, Ginnie Mae, or Freddie Mac. Those would be the secondary markets. Next question. Question 13, an investor decides to take money out of a savings account and invest it in corporate securities in order to obtain a higher yield on his investment. This movement of money is known as A, discrimination, B, debt service, C, dedication, D, disintermediation. Takes money out of a savings account and invests it in corporate securities. It's not debt. Dedication sounds like actually something. You're dedicating the money from your savings to corporate securities. I think that sounds right. Incorrect. Disintermediation. Disintermediation. Question rationale. The movement out of a savings account into a higher yield investment such as corporate and government instruments is called disintermediation. Debt service is the amount of money paid in regular intervals to reduce the balance owed on a debt. So they told us what debt is and disintermediation is. We don't know what dedication is, we do know what discrimination is. We know it wasn't that. Question 14, a lender wishes to make the yield on a lower than market interest rate loan competitive with higher interest conventional loans. What would the lender charge in order to make the loan more competitive? A, debt service, B, discount points, C, penalty points, D, in lieu of foreclosure. I'm going to go with discount points. So let's say the rates right now are 7%. You can buy discount points and get the rate down, depending on how many you buy, to 6.8 or 6.75 or how much you want to put. So that would make it more competitive. I'm going to go with that. Discount points, correct. Discount points are charged by a lender to make the loan on a lower than market rate loan more competitive with higher interest conventional loans. A discount point is usually equal to 1% of the loan amount. So if you have a $500,000 loan and you want to buy a discount point, what's 1% of that? All right, on to the next question. A GI loan is the same as A, VA loan, B, co-insured loan, C, FHA loan, D, conventional loan. This one's pretty easy, I think. A VA loan, a veteran's loan, GI loan. Not a FHA, not a conventional, not a co-insured. All right, we know that one. We're starting to know these a little bit more, you know? So we study along with this. Question rationale. A GI loan, often referred to as a soldier's loan, is guaranteed by the Veterans Administration. It is not insured as an FHA loan is. A conventional loan is not backed by the federal government in any way. All right, we're halfway through these 10 questions. If you guys want to follow along and you want your own study material, your own exam prep, there was a link below to Colibri. This is the exact same service that we're using right now. And we actually have partnered up with them for a discount code BURKE40, BURKE 40, and you get 40% off everything on the site. They have California State exam prep, California State prerequisite courses, and they have almost 40 other states. So if you're not just doing California, go get Texas, Florida, wherever you want to go. And use that code BURKE40, you get 40% off everything. Thanks for supporting the channel. Let's get back to the questions. Question 16, notice of default must be executed by the beneficiary or trustee and must be recorded in the office of the county recorder where the property is located before notice of sale is given. How long before notice of sale is given must these things occur? Notice of default. I think you get 3 months. It could be 2 months. Let's read what default is. Failure to fulfill an obligation due to your promise, as when borrower fails to make payments, tenant fails to pay rent, or party fails to perform a contract, mortgage note, or other documents will define what constitutes default. So if you don't pay, how long before notice of sale? I'm going to say with 3 months. Correct. Okay. Question rationale. Before giving a notice of sale, notice of default must be given at least 3 months in advance. Question 17. A type of financing available for real estate mortgages in which the annual percentage rate will differ from year to year according to the terms specified by the lender is known as A, fluctuating loan, B, adjustable rate mortgage, C, amortized loan, D, fixed rate mortgage. Real estate mortgages in which the annual percentage will differ from year to year according to terms specified by the lender. I know adjustable rate differs. Amortized, I don't think it does. Fixed rate doesn't. It's B or A, fluctuating loan. I'm not familiar with that one. Could just be a made up one. All right, adjustable rate. We went with it. Hey, we got a lot right today. We're doing good. Question rationale. Amortization refers to the methods of paying off a loan with varying amounts of principal and interest each month, although the interest rate may stay the same. By definition, the percentage interest rate of adjustable rate mortgages varies from year to year. Fixed rate mortgages are those in which the annual percentage rate never changes. So fixed rate, obviously, if you have 7% loan, you have that for the life of the loan unless you refinance. Adjustable rate, you can start off at 7, then go up to 8 next year, then go back down to 6 the year after that. It kind of goes up and down. That's why it's adjustable. That one's good. Question 18. A partially amortized note, which reduces part of the principal by the time the final payment is due, is often called a conventional loan, a balloon payment / balloon note, a wraparound mortgage, a fully amortized loan. I think it's balloon payment / balloon note because you only are paying part of the principal by the time the final payment is due. So at the very end, you have that balloon payment where you have to pay the rest of the principal. And we just had this question from the last video. Correct. Question rationale. A balloon payment / balloon note is partially amortized, and then a lump sum payment of the principal is due at the end of the loan. A fully amortized loan is complete reduction of principal each month with steady payments of interest and principal, and results in the loan being paid off in full. So fully amortized is you'll have the principal and interest paid off by the end. Partially amortized, the balloon payment, you'll have a big balloon payment at the end to pay off your principal. Question 19, a provision of a promissory note or mortgage where upon the happening of a certain event, i.e. default and payment, the entire amount of the unpaid loan balance becomes due immediately is known as the habendum clause, indemnification clause, inchoate clause, hey, comment if you know how to say that one, spell that one out. D, acceleration clause. It's not, I don't think it's this one, inchoate. I think acceleration clause is you want to accelerate the payment. Habendum. I'm going to say indemnification. Oh, okay. It is acceleration clause. All right. Question rationale. In chiote refers to an incomplete interest, such as a spouse's dower interest during the lifetime of owning spouse of the owning spouse. The addendum clause refers to the clause that is included after granting clause in many deeds begins to have and to hold, describing the type of estate granted. Indemnification refers to personal guarantee to hold a person harmless from any further liability. Insurance company indemnifies insured against any loss resulting from the flaw in the title. Okay, so they explained us what in chiote means, the addendum clause, and they explained what indemnification means. This is what acceleration means, a provision where if you default, the entire unpaid loan balance becomes due immediately. Like I said, you accelerate the mortgage to the final payment. Question 20. What type of note calls for interest payments during the term of the loan and principal due at the end of the loan? Are we getting this balloon loan all day? What type of note calls for interest payments during the term of the loan and principal due at the end of the loan? I'm going to go with balloon again. Oh, incorrect. Straight term loan. Okay, good. At least we didn't get like 10 balloon questions. Now we got to learn what a straight term loan is. The monthly payments of an amortized loan include both principal and interest. In a straight term loan, only interest paid each month and a lump sum principal payment is due at the end. A wraparound loan combines two loans into one for an average interest rate. Okay, so the balloon wraparound is two loans. Straight term is principal and interest. Is straight term the same as a regular balloon, not a wraparound? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Let's get back into the classroom. All right, guys, thanks so much again for watching. Thought we did pretty good on those last 10. I think we probably got like 9 out of 10. Lots of balloon payment loan questions. So that seems to be important for the 2025 real estate exam. We're going to pass it. We're going to study together. Subscribe to the channel. If you want more test questions, more vocab, there's playlists below of test questions and vocab. And we will be doing that live stream. So make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching.